Hey, we're the energy team. I'm Maitland, the project manager.
I'm Thomas, the data scientist.
I'm Garrett, I'm the video editor.
And I'm John, the webpage designer.
And we wanted to find the part of UVA that's the least sustainable, and we didn't have to look hard.
In talking to Jesse Warren, we found it pretty obvious that the university spends most of its energy on heating and cooling practices. And this is also shown here, where the average U.S. household uses nearly 40% of its energy on just heating and cooling practices. So that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to look at heating and cooling across grounds. But where should we look? Where should we be fixing? And we thought potentially dorms, and potentially the new dorms that are being built. But these buildings already have very impressive energy systems, and they're already LEED accredited. And they're doing just fine themselves. We wanted to look at somewhere more wasteful. And well, that area was pretty easy to find. It's Greek life. We think Greek life is one of the least sustainable parts of campus in more ways than just one. We also realize it's one of the most resistant to change. We think while these houses are very nice, they're very old and they haven't had energy systems updated in the past few decades. And after pulling 10 houses on their energy bills, we found that the average energy bill for a fraternity house was $500 a month, which is staggering. Now we wanted to get some real data on exactly how wasteful these houses are, so we just kind of walked around and took a look.
Look at that open window. It's December.
This one isn't purposely open, but it's smashed, definitely, and it's going to be open for a while.
It's just a small opening, but that can cause a lot of heat loss.
And we didn't stop there for data collection. We actually went around to 25 houses, and this is our results. Only 5 houses didn't have windows open, while the remaining 80% did have windows open. Now keep in mind this is also December, so we imagine that these numbers would be much higher in warmer months. In looking at this data, it was clear that we should consider smart thermostats. So let's talk about what these thermostats do. Well, they have occupancy sensors to tell when people are home, they have window and door sensors to tell when a window or door is open, and finally, it keeps track of historical patterns of when people are home or not. And all of this informs when the heating or cooling system should be operating, and that leads to different savings. And each of these thermostats claims different saving percentages. So let's get into it. Let's talk about how much money this actually saves. So starting out with $500 a month for the average Greek bill, for the Google Nest you spend $1,000 up front just about. This is a 10% energy savings and you save around $500 a year. You get your money back in 2 years. ecobee, that's another one. You spend about $350 up front, 23% energy savings. You save nearly $1,400 a year and you get your money back in less than a year. Also, there's a Charlottesville rebate where you get $100 for installing a programmable thermostat.
Now, we just want to say that UVA doesn't own the houses themselves, but they do own a lot of the land that fraternities and sororities are built on. UVA can also mandate certain rules through the fraternal organization agreement regarding sustainability that these houses would then be expected to follow.
We're proposing adding sustainable practices to the fraternal organization agreement in order to reduce energy loss through mandating or incentivizing the installation of smart thermostats in Greek houses.
Now, we think that mandating or incentivizing smart thermostats in fraternity houses could significantly reduce the energy bills for these houses. And these are some of the houses that are the most wasteful, and we think it's top priority for our work.